This news story I love. Ross, take this one away, please.
Okay, well, our next guest was born with cerebral palsy, and he wanted to go away to college without having to worry about who would tie his shoes. So he wrote a letter to Nike, asking them to design a shoe that could be used by anyone. And you know what? Nike responded, and an innovative line of hands-free sneakers was born. So here to tell us about it, the inspiration behind it all, please welcome Matthew Walzer. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, Drew. Hi, Ross. Oh, my God, this is amazing. I can't believe I'm here, and I just want to say that, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on and share my story. And I think about, I wrote this letter when I was 16, when I was a boy in high school. And now years later, as a man, I'm sitting here on your show, still with the same story that's still resounding and impacting people, almost 10 years later. So it's incredible.
When you sat down to write that letter, did you have a goal in mind, or did you just want to get something started?
As I got to high school and I'm thinking about my future and wanting to go away to college and live on my own and be as independent as I could, how was I going to go away to school if I can't tie my shoes? And it's not just me. There are so many other people out there with physical challenges that struggle with the same thing. So I really just, I put my heart and soul into this letter.
Well, and you put your heart and soul also into the process. I hear that you were involved in the design process. You brought your life experience to it. Tell us a little bit about that.
They wanted to know what my needs were as far as CP and struggles that I face. So I have full dexterity in my left hand. My right hand is pretty weak. But aside from that, I don't have a lot of dorsiflexion and plantar flexion in my foot. So I have a hard time getting my foot down and into a shoe, like making that motion. And so the first concept that they sent me at 17 was a modified basketball shoe. And for the first time in my life, at 17, I put my own shoes on independently.
Oh my God.
And that moment for me was something that I'll never forget. Most people, we put our shoes on in early kindergarten, early elementary school. But to do it at 17, when I was never sure if that moment would ever come, was just so impactful. So they would send me prototypes, and we would Skype. There was no Zoom then, and I would give them feedback on all things that are so integral when you're talking about universal design and ease of use of a product, especially with footwear.
You're why I just want to be here on this planet.
Wow.
You're the living example of why I'm not interested in going elsewhere. I want to be here to experience the capacity of what humans can do with and for each other.
Yes.
I am so happy to be talking with you and meeting with you. And
I'm so happy, Drew. I'm so happy to be here, truly, and share my story. And I've received so many messages, outpouring of thank yous over the years. But something that sticks with me is a young girl. When I first wrote the letter, her mother wrote a blog on a parenting website, and her daughter has CP. And she was saying that, reaching out to Nike with this letter is such an important moment, because as parents, we're concerned about how our daughter is going to put her shoes on going forward. She was 2 years old at the time. And that to me was the moment that I knew that I had to do this, to advocate for people. And my big resounding message here is that for so long, people with disabilities have had to adapt to the world. Everything around us, we've had to accept what the world can give. But now in 2021, the world needs to do so much more. We're willing to listen and work with people and companies and organizations in our own government to make sure that our needs are met. There's so much talk about equality, which is so important. But what people don't realize is that we also need equity. We need equity. We need to be reassured that we can have what we need as individuals to succeed and live an independent life, free of barriers, free of obstacles.
I wish I could build the world's biggest platform for you to stand on every day and remind us of how we're supposed to be in this world. And
It's so important, and a lot of people lose sight of this. And I just want to thank you for not losing sight of how important this is. This is about more than just shoes. It's about universal design, not just in products, but in life, just making life easier. Because people don't understand the struggles that we have to go through as people with disabilities, whether it's shoes or driving or education. There's always barriers, there's always red tape. And I just want the world to know no more red tape, please. It's so important. And Nike has done amazing things, and now we need other companies and organizations and the world to step up.
About Matthew, it's about knowing what it's like to walk in other people's shoes, and I think you've been so articulate here and really enlightens all of us. So thank you, Matthew. Thank you for that.
And we would like to announce that the Cerebral Palsy Foundation is honoring you with a 2021 National Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day Award. And this will be celebrated on March 25th. And you'll join other honorees in the health, education, and advocacy, design, and technology field. And that, again, is just something that we can share with you today.
Congratulations, Matthew.
Thank you. My goodness. Thank you. It's incredible.
You're amazing. And I would love to do more, talk more, speak more, figure more things out with you. And thank you to the foundation for allowing us to be a part of that announcement today. It is humble for us to even get to be a part of this moment.
Thank you. I'm so honored. Thank you guys for making all this possible.
Go to our website to learn more about the Cerebral Palsy Foundation, which will be honoring Matthew, and rightfully so.